The big game is fast approaching, but wait, you still haven't got your tickets. You've spent hours searching, but you're still confused about ticket prices. Time to stop searching. Visit ticketcompare.com. We compare ticket prices for all the popular leagues and tournaments for you. We work only with the most trustworthy sites, so you can have peace of mind when buying your tickets. Compare prices, buy tickets, get to the game. Ticketcompare.com. Buying tickets made simple.
This is obviously the first major championship that you're at since you've retired. So being at the Commonwealth Games, how do you think you'll go tonight as a spectator?
It should be interesting. I know I'm not going to be itching to go out there, especially it's the 200-meter finals tonight. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be at the Commonwealth Games, just to be a spectator and see it from a spectator standpoint tonight. So I'm excited about that.
Excellent. So I can also confirm, I'm not sure everybody knows this, but you will be presenting a medal tonight.
Really?
So you're presenting the medal. Yeah, you are.
Awesome.
So obviously you've been on the receiving end of a lot of medals. How do you think it'll be to present one? You've been through those ceremonies before. What will the athletes feel and how will you feel presenting them with the medal?
I don't know. It should be weird, but I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't want to be corny like everybody and just say congratulations. So I try to come up with something smart to say.
Yeah, you'll think of something special. Can you give us an insight into the 200? So tonight we've got Elaine Thompson from Jamaica. Obviously you know her well. Shawnee Miller-Weibo. We've got Dina Asher-Smith from the UK. Tell us a little bit about what it's like to run a 200 and have you got an insight into who might be in form or who you think might take it out?
You never know because you watch athletes and sometimes they take it easy because they're trying to save themselves. Sometimes you can't really tell. Depends on how athletes compete. But I just got to go out there and watch, and there's no insight. They just got to go out there and run as hard as possible.
Yeah. And you were part of the Jamaican team who won the relay at the Glasgow Commonwealth Games. How important is it for Jamaicans to win another relay this time?
Well, it's important to try to win every event. You know what I mean? This is why you enter and to try to be your best and try to win. So, for me to defend our title is important. Hopefully, the guys are up for it, and I'll be there to watch and to cheer them on.
Excellent. I'm sure there's many questions in the room. Can I see some hands of people who might? Yeah, okay. I expected as much. All right, let's start with you down the front.
Usain, Chris Mitchell, BBC World News. As you can see, clearly the world is still obsessed with Usain Bolt. Is that healthy? How can athletics, or should athletics, move on from Usain Bolt and find new stars?
Well, it's definitely going to take time. It's not always going to be like this. I know that much. But it's going to take time, and I've said it to a few of the athletes that this is your time, you know what I mean? The sports need somebody else to really step up and to be that person. So it's a wide open play field, so it's just that person step up and then do it. But I'm still track and field, so no matter if they talk about me, I'm still a part of the sports. That's how I feel, no matter what.
We'll take one from you. If you could just say your name and where you're from too, please.
Usain, Dwayne DeLocca, TVNZ. Just a quick question regarding Akani Simbidi. He said you were among the first to personally congratulate him following his win. And while you've spoken about Jamaica defending their 4x100 relay title, what do you make of the South African chance with Simbini, Munyai, Jobudwana and Brankis, the silver medalist?
Well, for me, the possibilities is endless, you know what I mean? As you see in the 100 meters, Jamaica didn't win, Blake didn't win, so for me, anything's possible. This is why I said to people, if you work hard and you push yourself, then the possibilities endless. So for me, you can't count them out. It's just about just getting the baton around, which is key.
Okay, we'll just pass the mic behind you. There's a person just directly behind you.
Joseph Ade, Sport Intelligence, Nigeria. Please, there are heavy speculations linking Usain Bolt to Manchester United. When is this contract going to be signed?
No, there's no such thing right now. I'm still in the early stage. I'm still doing trials, still trying to get fit, still working on a few things, but I'm very serious about playing football and I'm putting in work. I'm working with Dartmouth at this point and they're really helping me to to figure out in which direction I need to go and what I need to improve to be better if I'm really going to do this. So we're just working on that right now. I'm not linked to Manchester, hopefully in the future.
I've got Liam from Inside the Games at the back.
Hi, Usain. Liam from Inside the Games. Two quick questions, if I may. Firstly, there's been a lot of talk of the relevance of the Commonwealth Games here, how much they actually mean to people. What do you make of the relevance of the Commonwealth Games, having competed here once, having competed in Glasgow? And secondly, we're expecting Nesta Carter's appeal against the disqualification results soon. Have you spoken to him? Are you confident that that you might get your medal back?
For me, the Commonwealths are very important. I know that I've only competed once. It's always because of reasons that I didn't get to compete in the earlier ones. But for me, it's very important. It's a championship, you know what I mean? It's a big thing for me. I always take it very serious and I always come out to compete. So for me, I think it's very important to all the athletes that compete here and I think to the world because it gets a lot of attention. For me, I see Nesta all the time. We haven't really spoken about that. For me, I leave it up to the community to decide whatever. I've already moved past that. I'm just waiting on the verdict pretty much.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Prince Donulekwe and I come from Ghana. You saying your record of 9.58 has stood for a long time. Do you think it's going to get broken? And also, I have the feeling we'll see you back in Tokyo 2020. You know, am I right or wrong? Thank you.
You're very wrong. For me, the records were meant to be broken. You know what I mean? Hopefully, it won't be anytime soon. But I feel in time they will come along with some young person will come along, and if they have the same work ethic, talent, and they want it as bad as I wanted it, then the possibility is there. But hopefully, it's not anytime soon.
Okay.
Usain, Crystal Arnold from Supersport South Africa. What did you make of that 100 metres final? And if South African athletes can learn anything from the Jamaican way, what is it?
For me, first it was a little bit shocking. I expected, but after watching the race, I think Blake stumbled a little bit, but probably panicked. And that's always one of the toughest things. When you stumble, the worst thing you can do is panic in a race. And I think that's what kind of set him back, that he didn't have a chance. It's just one of those things that happens. It's just about bouncing back. And for me, for South African athletes, I think they're doing pretty well. They show that they're ready for the world and they're stepping up. And that's the key thing. So we just, as Jamaicans, we just have to keep our eyes open.
Rob?
You're saying Robert Ovadia from the Seven Network in Australia, losers like us retire when we're 65 or 70. You're 31. You've got all the money in the world you want. How do you feel about retiring? Do you miss it in the slightest bit at all? You're looking at the competition out there in the next couple of days, people striving for the best, the roar of the crowd, the adrenaline. Do you miss any of that?
I'm definitely, of course, I'm gonna miss the competition. I said it. I know I'm gonna miss the competition. I know I'm gonna miss the crowd because it's something that really drives me and I really enjoy. But for me personally, I've accomplished everything I've wanted to. This is why I want to move on to something else. You know what I mean? Having money is great, but accomplishing something that you've always wanted is even better. And football is something that I think I can do, and it's something that I want to try, and it's one of my goals now, and I'm going to put my all into it. I'm going to try my best, as always.
There's one up the back there.
Alistair Himmer, AFP. Apparently, you're saying you told Johan Blake if he lost the 100 metres, he shouldn't come back to Jamaica. Can you tell us what you're going to say to him when you see him?
It was actually a joke. I didn't know he would actually tell people that. I went to see him before he came to Australia at the track, and we were just laughing about and having fun, and I said that. But I haven't called him, I haven't texted him. I'm waiting until I go to the village to see him to have a conversation, because I'm definitely going to make fun of him and stuff like that. So it's going to be a good conversation.
Greg, down the front.
Hey, Usain, you were out partying
Greg,
this
just
morning.
say where you're from.
Sorry, Greg Stoltz, News Corp. Sorry, you were out partying this morning at Sin City. How does the Gold Coast nightlife compare to other places you've been in the world?
For me, it's all about the music, and the music was good. For me, as long as there's good music, I really enjoy myself. I went on the deck, so that was kind of cool. There's a lot of fans in the club, so that was brilliant. So it was good. I can't really complain. It was a good time.
This one just here.
How you saying? It's Riath Al-Samro from the Daily Mail. Does it surprise you that an athlete like CJ Uja, who's trying to break through onto the global stage, would choose to skip the Commonwealth Games this year?
Everybody, you can't. It's all about your coach, or if you feel you're not ready or whatever. I don't know. It's all about decisions. Everybody has different ways of doing things. So he might have a different plan. He might not be comfortable at the time. So for me, you never know why people make decisions. But I feel like the Commonwealth is important stepping stone. So I would have done it, but as I said, everybody has their reason why they decide not to do it.
This one in the back corner there. Yeah.
Hi, Usain. James Willoughby from the New Daily.
Pirate Radio. On your football hopes, would you consider the A-League here in Australia?
I don't know. It's all about. I try to focus right now on trying to get fit and trying to get to a level where I'm comfortable. I'm not worried about teams at this present point. I'm just trying to be assessed, and then I'll determine, like, all right, you know what, should I play in this league or that league? But right now, I'm not worried about teams. I'm just trying to get to a level that I'm comfortable with and just being a footballer.
Yeah, this one down here.
Leonie Mello, ABC. These are the friendly games. There's talk of everyone on a level playing field, but we've seen a huge disparity between the number of medals won from Australia compared with other countries. How do you think that we make sure the Commonwealth Games, remain relevant?
It's very, as I said, I personally take the Commonwealth very seriously. For years, it's always been the first one I strained. I remember I strained my hamstring. The second one was in India, which was a really bad timing for a lot of athletes, and I went to Glasgow. So for me, it was always important. It's always on my list. For me, Commonwealth is very important. And as you see, the home crowd, as I said, Australia really dominated. They really dominated in the pool. I went to see the team, and they won a lot of gold medals in the pool. So they did an extremely good job. So for me, it's very important, and I will continue to support it no matter what.
There was one just here.
Hi, Usain. Martha Kellner from The Guardian here. I was just wondering, a lot of athletes talk after their careers that they feel a sense of emptiness and even bordering into depression because they miss that structure. Have you struggled with that at all?
Not really. I think my team keeps me really busy. I think I'm more busy now that I've retired. I travel a lot more. I'm home less, so I don't really get time to miss that much because they keep me working. So, yeah, no, I'm okay so far. We'll see what happens down the road.
This one up the back.
G'day, Usain. Mitch McCann, News Hub, New Zealand. Just going on from what you said about the Commonwealth Games earlier, there are so many significant athletics events these days. Where does the Commonwealth Games actually rank for you? And do you see a Commonwealth Games in 20, 30, 40 years from now?
For me, I don't really have ranks. I've always explained to people that when it comes to a championship for me is a championship. I show up to a championship well prepared and ready to go. When I was an athlete at all time, no matter what it is, I'm always well prepared, focused, ready to go because it's competition. And it's competition, I'm ready to go. And for me, I see no reason 40 years down the line that the Commonwealth won't be here because the support is here. I see it in the crowd. People come out and really support, and the sponsors are here, so that's brilliant stuff.
Hi, Usain. Ed Jackson from AAP. I was just wondering, The Commonwealth's sort of been talking a lot about trying to find new hosts or new ways to host the Commonwealth Games. Could you potentially see perhaps a Caribbean Commonwealth Games or a Jamaican Commonwealth Games down the track, or is that just impossible?
I don't think Jamaica have the infrastructure to host the Commonwealth game, but for me, in track and field, I've always said we tried something new with Nitro last year. And for me, that was brilliant. It's something different. So I just think it's all about trying to find new ways to make people much more interested in track and field overall and other sports that will help to make people want to come on board with more sponsors and stuff. So I think in time we'll figure out different structures and different ways to spice it up and to make people want to be much more a part of it.
Okay, we have one down here, one here, and then one here, and then we're nearly out of time.
Hi, Usain. Michael Wadop from TalkSport UK Radio. You were talking about making the Commonwealth Games interesting. What do Manchester United need to do to make the Premier League interesting next year with Manchester City's dominance?
Well, I must say we started off well. We didn't do so well in the middle, but we have kept our head so far. We have done well. We've always played well against the top teams. It's football. The ball is round. It's just one of those things. I think next season we'll do better for sure. It's not like we're doing extremely bad. I think Man City just had some good luck and they did extremely well. But as you've seen, we beat them the other day, and now Liverpool beat them twice to knock them out of Champions League. So it's just one of those things, you know what I mean? If you get lucky early in the season, they had a good run and it worked out. So next season we're ready though. I believe in Jose, and hopefully I'll be on that team.
Hi, Usain. I am Vinod from Indian newspaper. Just like to ask you that you have moved away from the track, but you remain one of its greatest ambassador. What is your advice to the coming generation?
To work hard, you know what I mean? For me, I always try to explain to people that it's not an easy road. I think I've seen a lot of athletes come out of high school, especially in Jamaica, and they feel like they're still in high school. And I think that's one of the biggest things, to learn to change gear, to work harder, to be more determined, to sacrifice more, because it's not hard. It might look easy on TV, but behind the scenes, a lot of hard work, a lot of determination, and a lot of sacrifice. So all those things need to come together and make one, and then push on to be the best that you can be.
You're saying Natalie Perks, BBC News. You seem to have quite a jokey relationship with Johan Blake. You're going to tease him when you see him. But has he ever spoken to you about the pressure of being Jamaican and having to follow you in the sport?
No, I haven't really talked about that, but I think he understands, because we've competed against each other a lot over the years, so I think he kind of understands the pressure, and I'm definitely going to ask him about that, because as I said, I've never really spoken to him, but I personally feel like he understands it, but I'll bring it up when I see him, but I'll make fun of him first though.
I just finally ask, your last race obviously was in London in that relay, and the British team went on to become world champions. None of them are here, either through injury or choosing not to come. Yeah. Does that devalue that race at all?
Devalue the 4x1?
In the fact the world champions won't be here?
You have to understand, as I said earlier, people make decisions. You don't know why people make decisions. But for me, I was very keen on coming here because I look at this as a championship, you know what I mean? To have all the bells and whistles, I want every gold medal in my cabinet. I'm not one of those persons who go, oh, Commonwealth is not that important, you know what I mean? I find it very important, it's a gold medal, because when people ask what kind of gold medal do you have, I can say the Commonwealth, the World Championship is a full catalogue. So for me, I find it very important. So if they didn't show up, it's their loss. So, yeah.
Rob? Just a mic to here. Oh, not important. Not worth the question? Okay, I'll take it from Teo.
Say if the Caps ruled out the A-League, what about the Gainesville Sharks over 35 with a pacey right way?
I don't even know what that is, but okay.
Hey, Usain, Taya from Channel 7. We know you've raced against some good Australian athletes before at Nitro. Which Aussies are you looking forward to seeing here and at Tokyo 2020?
I don't know. I don't know. if I start picking out people, then people are gonna say, "So what about me?" Because I know a few of them. So for me, I enjoy coming to Australia. It's one of my favorite places to vacation to all the time. So it's just great seeing them working hard and they're getting better and better. And it's just a wonderful sight to see the country supporting their athletes at the level that they are doing right now. So for me, I know 2020 come, the pressure is going to be on, but I think they're going to show up because I can see the work that they're putting in and they're getting really better. So, yeah.
There's one up the back and then one here.
Hi, Usain. It's Scott Curry from BBC Scotland. We're from Glasgow. I just wanted to ask you how you feel the Gold Coast compares to Glasgow.
Wow. Wow. For me, I've just got here, but it's been good because I went out last night. So far, it's leading so far. And the weather is much better, so hey.
Oh, don't mention the Glasgow weather again. Okay.
Usain, Alex Spink from The Mirror. In London last summer, you had a message for the dopers in the sport. Stop or the sport will die.
Yeah.
A year on, you look at the sport now. Do you see it in a healthier state, or do you have the same concerns?
It's just starting again. You know what I mean? It's developing now, so it just needs time. You know what I mean? It is rough to see what the sports have gone through over the years, but as I said, if they don't stop, they need to understand that it's not helping them or the sports. So for me, hopefully they will understand and focus on just working hard and trying to win clean. So that's the focus, and that's what I'll continue preaching.
Rob, I hope this is a
This is a very serious question.
Yes, very.
To most people on the planet, you're a cardboard cutout superhero, somebody that they see on the TV doing what you do. Do you ever have moments of levity? Do you pinch yourself at the life that you've worked for? You get to help people, you get to inspire them, you've achieved on the grandest stages, you've got wealth, you're popular. Do you ever have those moments of pause, grateful for who you are and what you do?
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Sometimes with my best friend, I always say, "Can you believe it? What we have done?" Because I'm from the rural area in Jamaica, from the country. I used to play football in the streets with just anything, bottles, anything I could get my hands on. I run about bare feet. It was. At no point in time I thought I would be at this level. So for me, it's just amazing sometimes to sit back and just be wowed, you know what I mean? Because I've done so much. And for me, especially to inspire so many people, because I get texts all the time, like Instagram messages, people see me, not only like track athletes or sports people, but just random people in life say, "You've inspired me to do well and to work hard, to be a doctor, to just do better for themselves," you know what I mean? So for me, it's just unbelievable. But I'm happy that I could help to inspire people and to make them better, make them want to work better, and want to make them great. So it's mind-blowing sometimes. Yeah.
That seems like a pretty great note to end on. No final questions? Can we thank, please, our guest, Usain Bolt? Thank you. You happy to have a couple of still? Do you want a snap? Yeah. Happy?